Hello, welcome to Healthy Living Florida Style. I'm Jermaine. This is my wife Tony.
Hello.
Today, right now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Hurricane Milton, the prep we did to our house, to our yard, and just our emotions, just how we're feeling. Just two Floridians that's with a family, with kids that, you know, you might not be in Florida, you might not have had firsthand experience with someone.
Or this is your first year.
Or it's your first year in a hurricane. I've been here in Florida now for about a decade, and I can remember my first time going through a hurricane. I was scared to death. So just want to talk about it, just having a conversation. So if you look in our yard right now, it's starting to pick up a little bit, so we're going to be quick with it. We just got a couple emergency alerts, so we're going to head inside. With the prep, what we did, we went around the entire backyard. We staked all the trees that we could. I added concrete blocks around the base of many of the trees, just in hopes that when the trees get the, moving left, right, back and forth, that concrete just holds it in place a little bit so it doesn't uproot the trees. Another thing that I did was with all the palm trees that we have staked, I put concrete cylinder blocks down on the stakes just to keep the stakes down, because we're going to have flooding and that ground is going to get very moist, very soft, and the stakes are going to start to come up. So I'm hoping that the concrete is able to keep the stakes down just a little bit longer at least. Doing the best that we can.
Yeah, and we went around and making sure that any of the, of course, debris, we consider debris. We have toys everywhere. Just wood, just things that, if it goes, the wind pick up, it can just take out our screen or take out the windows. But we did protect the windows as best as we can with some plywood. Left to go to Home Depot late at night to get that. Because when you see your neighbors doing something, you're like, okay, you need to step up and do.
Yep. So we were taking this very serious, serious. We seen our neighbors boarding up the house, and we're like, it's time for us to step it up.
Yeah.
So our windows are fairly new. Every other hurricane we've had since we've moved in here, we've been fine, but this one, is coming towards us, so we weren't taking any chances, so we boarded up the house.
Yeah, and as far as what we do in the inside, we prepare some food in advance that we can easily feed the kids if we lose power. You got the flood bags.
I do. I have the sandbags that you're able to put down. Right when water hits it, it inflates. So we have some of those just in case. I can just throw those down if they're needed. Luckily, we live up on a little bit of a hill. So.
I call it a Peppa Pig house.
Yeah, like Peppa Pig house.
We have the generator.
We do.
Propane tanks. We have gas.
Batteries. We have extra batteries. We have flashlights. Plenty of water. Food. We have medicine. We should
fill up the tub with some water in case we need it for backup water for the bathrooms. And we got these ice bags, or they're not more so ice bags, but just in case we need it for the food, we got some things to put on to keep the freezer cold and nice and cold. But as far as just the backyard itself, I went around and we also harvest a lot of the plants because we don't want the trees to have to work hard trying to protect them, so we helping them out a little bit. Crazy thing this guy did this morning, he went out and
I fed our palm trees. So the palm trees are already under a lot of stress with this storm, and I figure this will be a good time just to give them a little bit of food. So I fed them a little bit of nutrients just to help them out a little bit during this stressful time.
Fertilizing the plants in the rain. But Jermaine does care about these plants. They're part of the family. I'm sure he has named most of them.
Yeah, they all have a name. Every palm tree, every plant I gave him a name. So we care. So we care about our plants, and we hope that Milton doesn't just completely destroy our backyard. We work very hard, you know, for every plant, for every seed that my wife has put down, you know, every plant that I've brought in the house, they're all special. So one plant is not something that we're like, oh, it's just one plant. No, every single plant we have has a story behind it. How we got the plant. For my wife is even more, because a lot of the plants that we have from her putting down seeds is plants that we enjoyed, we ate, and she germinated, took time for that, actually planted the seed, watched it sprout. Now we're like, look at this, you know, like this mango tree we got back there. Like it's something that's really cool to watch. So we're hoping that on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, we can just walk outside and our backyard is just exactly how it was before the storm.
Yeah, you see I keep turning it around.
I don't know if you guys can see it starting to pick up, the wind, the rain, so
yeah. So we also took some water out the pool.
Yeah, we did. We took about 6 inches of water out the pool, just because as of right now, as you see, it's filling up drastically. So we just want to make sure that it doesn't overflow. We did not take out much at all, but we just took out enough just to give that counter. So that should be good. Like I said, we boarded the home. What else did we do? That's pretty much it.
I think every day, because this storm, they gave us so much notice about it, and we prepared the moment we heard about it. And like, if you're new to Florida, you might have done the same, but it just, our advice is you can prepare as much as you can. Each year we have gradually added some things, like a generator. Last year we didn't have that.
Because here's the thing, these storms are very expensive. And I mean, it's not realistic for just the average family to be able to go out and spend everything you can to properly prepare for any type of storm that you're going to have. So you do the best you can. So for us, like my wife said, one year that was just getting extra propane tanks, making sure we have supplies inside the house. You know, the next year it was extra propane tanks, gas, and we was able to get a generator. And you know, every single year we're getting a little bit more prepared, a little bit better. So if it's your first year and you see your neighbors, or you have people calling you saying like, hey, you need to get this, get that, most people can't do that. We couldn't do that. It's expensive. Do the best you can. Listen to your emergency warnings. Listen to, if you're supposed to evacuate, get out, go, leave. If you're not in an evacuation zone and you want to stick it out and stay, at least have your necessary things. At least have some water, some food, some
gas
flashlights.
In the car. I know.
Gas in the car.
The purpose is, if we need to leave, we have enough gas to leave this county.
You can go, and cash. You gotta have some cash on you, because a lot of times in these storms, everything get taken out, and you go to the store and they're only accepting cash. So you can't use your credit card. So you want to make sure that you have the necessities and during a hurricane.
We take it as a Floridian. I take every storm seriously. I've been here my whole life. I've seen Andrew. I've seen what it can possibly do, and we also know how we joke a lot about being from Florida. It's like, we know when to take it seriously, but because I have these little babies around, we take it very seriously to ensure that our families, first off, is safe. And if it doesn't become major, we still need this equipment. We use it, we grill, we eat the food.
Yeah.
So, and the stakes can stay down in the tree for the next storm.
Yep. So, and that's another thing too, as far as all the gardeners out there. We have everything staked now, but it's probably good practice if you live in Florida. If you're planting a tree, just go ahead and stake it. Just assume that a hurricane is always coming, and just properly prepare your garden for it from the start. So it will save you a lot of prep time for when a hurricane actually, does come, you're not running around like we just did the last few days. Yeah. Because it's tiring. We're tired.
I think when it's hurricane season, what I would do differently is as every year, your plants get older and bigger. So some of the stakes that you may have down at the time may not be the same or fitting for the next season. So trade them out because you're adding new plants. So use those for the newer plants, and then you get the bigger ones, the bigger stakes early on, and then just ensure that you have part of your plan. Because when we think about our list of things we need for hurricanes, I wish we'd have got that palm tree protector or palm tree stake. You know,
so we did the best we could with the palm trees. You know, our front palm trees are 2 queen palms. They're pretty big. We didn't have what you see online. They have, you know, they wrap it around and you have the 2x4s and it goes underneath. We didn't have that. We couldn't make it in time. We couldn't buy it, so we did the best we can. I put some 2x4s. I took some straps and I put it around as tight as I can, dug a hole, refilled the dirt. So I did the best I could.
Yeah, so I just say, like, every year if we think about hurricane season, which is also the start of summer for most, is ensuring that you know, continue to add the stakes as they go. Like you mentioned, you get new ones, you put them down, and you just slowly graduate them. Like if you have a baby and you pass it down the clothes.
So, you know, another thing I'm learning, I can see the value in keeping potted plants until they're big enough to put in the ground, because you can move them indoors. You know, a lot of the plants that we put in the ground that's still kind of small, they probably could have, you know, spent another year or so in a pot.
I agree.
Just to get a little bit more mature, and then we put it, you know, in the ground.
That's a good point.
That's another thing that I'm learning just in my, you know, gardening experience, that I'm every single day I'm learning. Like, I'm new to this too. So.
Yep. But as far as just advice that we would give, is to stay calm.
Yeah.
You guys have this time to spend with your family, since most places are closed, as we have seen, and just do something you haven't done before. We're going to watch movies. I mean, we watch movies, but spending time with our family, playing some games. I will teach my son how to play Uno during this time. Teach Jermaine how to play Uno.
I'm no good.
But yeah, we're just going to hunker down. Is that what they say? Hunker down, bunker down.
Yeah, that's all you can do. That's all you, and just be safe. Just be safe. You know, stay up to date on the weather. Watch the news. See what's going on. You know, try to track it the best you can, and don't give yourself so much anxiety where, you know, you just lose control over everything. Just stay calm. Just stay calm. If you're not in an evacuation zone and you're going to bunker down, just stay calm, and just also let your family know what's going on, because your family, I'm sure, is worrying about you, your friends too. So just, if you can, just try to remember the people who love you, the people who care about you, and just send them a couple messages. Let them know that you're safe. Let them know that you're fine. You know,
everything can be replaced.
Everything can be replaced.
You,
Except you. Yeah. Everything. Don't let's not get too emotionally attached to anything. We love our plants, but need be, it's a pecking order to this. They can go. As long as we have our life, our family, and we're good, we can replant. So that is a big one right there. Well, I wish everybody safety during this. If you're watching this and you live in Central Florida, please be safe. If you're not in Central Florida and you just are watching this, call somebody you know that's in Central Florida or Florida, because, you know, the bends are big. You know, it's flooding everywhere, not even in the eye. So just call somebody that you know that's in Florida, and
share some tips for because we have more hurricanes, hopefully not tropical storms. Some of the things that for our Central Florida folks that's been here for some time, that know it. This is our first major storm, so you can't expect it, especially in this area. But any tips that we probably didn't share, or you want to share, that you guys have done throughout the storm that has protected your house, your family, your garden, we'd love to hear it. So
love to hear it. And if you're still watching, I'm just going to show you the walkthrough of our backyard and our front yard before the storm. So this is our final walkthrough. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the walkthrough of the property, and stay safe, everybody.